This is your guide to Liberty Falls in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I'm going to show you how to do all the main Easter eggs and actually beat the level from start to finish. I'm just going to skip through this and explain to you, each thing. First thing, though, I'd recommend doing is just immediately running up to the motel and killing these guys in here because you're going to need to do it anyway. It'll also get you your money faster. We need to get some money. We need to start unlocking things. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get to the church as quickly as we possibly can. On the way to the church, you're going to stop right here on the map. And there's Lily's flower pot. And you're just going to go up and grab this. So go ahead and grab that on the way. You're going to need it later. Once you get to the church, you can grab your favorite weapon along the way if you have one. If not, just go ahead and use the pistol just to make it get here early. The reason we want to get here as early as possible is to break all these crystals in here. The earlier you do this, the better, because it means you can get more scrap, which is really good for upgrading your weapon and allowing you to do this earlier with better stuff, basically. New crystals spawn every wave. So if you go in here early and to get these crystals, then that allows you to come here every wave and get 2 to 3 additional, which gives you, another 2 to 3 chances at getting additional scrap. But anyway, after that, work your way up to the back of the cemetery right here. And then you're just going to want to fight the zombies in here. Now, this is where, as soon as you have money here, if you haven't done it yet, you're definitely going to want to get a gun because obviously the starting pistol is starting to get absolutely terrible by this point and just getting ridiculous. So go ahead and get your favorite gun and then stay back here and don't leave. Just stay back here killing things and a special mob will spawn. So after a wave, as long as you don't leave, this guy usually just spawns within one wave. That was a groundskeeper. He drops this key, the tool shed key. And then you're going to head down the graveyard and hang a left right here on the map. So you head down Hill Street like this and turn left, and there's this wooden shed over here. You're going to go over to this. This is where the tool shed key is used. Open it up. Inside here is a handbrake. Now you're going to head back to the church, and in front of the church, you're going to go this way. And you don't have money right now, but you'll get the money and go down there to Liberty Lanes. Once you enter the bowling alley, over here on the right side of the lanes, there's this thing. You can punch it or you can shoot it. You can place the water valve in it and then hold it in order to turn it. Now, this is where it gets weird. I'll show you a strategy in order to do this. So, a bunch of zombies start spawning in. You want to get as much out of in the beginning as you can. The main thing is you're just going to want to kill the spiders. The spiders are way faster than everybody else. If you keep the spiders down, then what you can do is you can run all the way up to here. And then you can wait for them to walk over here. Just keep killing spiders as you see them. You can kind of lead them over here. And then you can run back over here. Now, if there's no spiders, then you come over here and you can turn this a lot. If there's any spiders, then you have to just reset and do it again. But you can just go back and forth like this until eventually you're just getting 2 to 3 turns at a time until eventually you get the water pressure all the way up. If you wait too long or go too far from this place or both, then it'll reset everything. But you can see how here I can get a few turns. And then I can run up there and I can just repeat. So do that until it's done. All right, once you're done, they'll all catch fire and this thing will drop out. Grab the water pressure gauge and you're good to go. So now you're gonna head back to this area of the map. You can go to any crafting table though. If you're above level 20, you can craft the Mangler cannon. And at the bottom right, you see what button, just use it. Now, if you're not level 20, you can get to wave 11 and a Mangler will spawn and you can try to get him to shoot at this and miss and hit you and that'll also open it. Or you can shoot at his shoulder that the cannon's attached to and try to knock it off of his arm, but there's a chance it just blows the whole cannon up if you do that. But those are your options. Ideally, be below level 20. Again, if not, he can be there. He can shoot at you, and you can run across, and he'll miss, and he'll hit the thing and blow it up, and then you can get in. So you open up those scrap piles in there, you get that electrical wire, you're good to go, and now you head back to the hotel. So now I'm back at the motel. I'm right here on the map. You want to make sure there's not many zombies because you get trapped there. Change to the weapon you don't want. Go to this thing and hold F or hold interact to craft it. Grab it. You're good to go. If you need to, you can fight your way up by sucking these guys up. And you're good to go. Now you got the jet gun. Now we can do the next part. So now we're good to go, but what we're going to do first is a little side thing for a chance at some good loot. So you're going to go here. You're going to shoot this shoes in here, right there on the map. Then you're going to go up here to the north of the map. And inside here, there's Frank's Hardware. Look in here. There's some shoes over there. Shoot those. Now we're over here heading up Hill Street to the church. Right up here by the church, there's this. Look in here, under that chair, there's some shoes, shoot those. Now head to the back of the graveyard again, and outside of here, there's these shoes. Go ahead and shoot those. Then head back to Liberty Lanes. Across from it, there's a funeral home, so right here on the map. Go look in here, on that coffin, there's some shoes. Shoot those, and you get warped interdimensionally to a mini game to hopefully get the ray gun. If not, you don't get it, and it is what it is. So you're going to be in here, and you're going to be able to play this bowling game where you pick these up, hold the button to shoot the gun, and then you're going to bowl. The longer you charge it, the more people it can penetrate. And you want to try to get as many points as possible. ideally 200 or ideally 300 points, which will give you a chance at legendary loot, including the ray gun. All right, so again, if you get more than 300 points, you not only get an achievement, but you also get the best possible trophy, which gives you the best possible loot. So let's see what I got. In my case, I just got a sniper rifle, no ray gun, unlucky. Now we're gonna head back to the church, and on the right, there's this machine. We're gonna go up to it and press the interact key, which will make a bunch of weird things happen. One of those things, though, is that now there'll be this hat up here inside the church. You're going to suck this thing up, then we're going to go some other things too. Now you're going to head back down Hill Street right here, and on the right, there's this right here. And you're going to go up here. Don't have the jet gun, it makes you slow. Jump over this, and if you don't quite make it, you want to jump. I just missed it, but you're going to grapple and get on top of this truck. Once you successfully get on the truck, turn around to where you jumped from, get to the back of the truck. You can look in this window, and you can see this. Suck that up, and you're good to go. Then you're going to head over here on the map to the top right, and there's this place, Ollie's. You're going to go over to this and look up, and there's one right here to get that, and now you got the 3 things you need. Now get back up to where we jumped off right there on the map. I hate the icons not appearing. Anyway, take the zip line, get on top of the bank. So the bank's right here. I'm going to get on the top roof. There's 2 different zip lines to get there. And then you're going to go over to this thing, and you're going to craft the LTG device. After you craft it, go ahead and pick it up, and now you're on to the next step. Then head back to the church, go back to the machine, and now it'll have this canister in it. Go ahead and pick it up. You won't be able to run while doing this, so make sure there's not a lot of zombies on you when you're doing this. Now head down the hill right here. Look for this trap. You could use the other one too if you want. And hit the button on the bottom on the keyboard is C in order to drop it near. It doesn't have to be right on it. Then head back to the graveyard. So in the graveyard back here, you can go over to this and press interact key. It'll do this. Now what I'd recommend is just using the jet gun a lot here, because these zombies will come and try to walk into it and blow up, which will damage it. You need to defend it while it's doing its thing. Once that's done, a boss will spawn, and you're going to want to just go ahead and weaken it while you're here. Once you get it low enough on health, you'll see this purple aura coming out of it. At that point, you're good to go. So now what you're going to do is head down to the trap, and you're going to activate the trap, and then you're going to try to get him to walk in the trap, which in my case, he's already in there, which is great, and he'll just die at some point here. There we go, and his soul goes in the trap. You go in there and grab the trap. Be careful of any enemies beating up on you, and now you got to head back to the church with it and go put it in that machine. So back at the church, go to this machine right here on the map and interact with it, and it'll put the canister in. It'll give you this thing over here. Grab the Strauss counter, and now you're good to go. Head down towards Liberty Lanes right here. Go ahead and press your tactical slot in order to pull it out. See what color it is, and then press to interact on this thing and make it, if it's yellow, if the Strauss counter is yellow, then you make that thing yellow. If it's green, you make that thing red. And if it's red, you make it green. Now you head back to the church and start heading down the street here and turn left to that wooden shed again. Get the Strauss counter out, see what color it is. In this case, it's green, so that means I need to turn this thing to red. So I interact with it again, and again. There we go. Now it's red. I'm good to go to the next one. Now you're going to get back on top of the bank right here like we were before. And you're going to go to this thing on the eastern wall and interact with it to blow it up. It costs 500 to blow it up. Pull out your Strauss counter. In my case, it's green, which is kind of the worst case scenario right here. Hit interact with it. Yellow and red. Now we're good to go. And we're in the right area now. So what we need to do now is go over to the motel and look over this way. And once we get near, it should do, if you did it right, all these will do this. And now you just got to wait a little bit and a canister will appear in that. And something I failed to mention, if you didn't already do this, go to the cemetery and interact with that thing you used, the LTG device, to pick it back up. We're going to need it again. So back at the motel, there's this canister over here. Grab that now. So right there on the map. Head over to this trap or whichever trap you want. Go ahead and put it down. Then head over to this storm that's up north of the motel right here. And go to this and interact and get ready to defend this. And once you do it, then this crazy mangler will spawn. Not the one right there, but this one right here. And you got to weaken this one just like the other thing. Just like the other one, when you get him weak enough, he'll glow purple. Once you get to that point, you can go over here. Right there on the map. Activate this trap and attempt to get him to walk through it. Which you can kind of do by... He wants to shoot a ranged attack, so if you just, like, hide somewhere where he'll have to run to you, you should be able to get him into it. Hopefully. There we go. Now he's into it. Now he's got to wait, and after a second, he will die and go in the canister. Go in, grab the canister, and head to the church. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds. And once you get back to the church, you just got to put it into here. And you're good to go. If you interact again, it'll start a boss fight. So do not interact unless you are actually ready to go with weapon upgrades, armor upgrades, everything that you need. Depending how early you are, I would recommend getting this armor if you're a little bit later. It's 14,000 though. It's right here on the map. Upgrading your weapons at an arsenal is also good. You could upgrade the damage or the rarity. There are other perks to get too, like speed and stuff, but something we're going to do real quick is go right here to Liberty Lanes, get on this bus, use your jet gun and suck up this thing right here. Then go back to the motel. And on the north side of the motel, there's one of those on top of this sign right here. Suck that thing up. Then back over here at Ollie's to the northeast of the map. You can go into this place. There's one statue right here. There's a statue over here. There's a statue over here. And there's a statue over here. Now we're right here on the map on our way up to the church. On this little air conditioner, there's one right here. Okay, go ahead and get that, and then climb up this and get on top of the bank again. Once you're on top of the bank, jump down to this area where that Strauss counter thing was, and look across the street. Over there, there's an air conditioner. Go ahead and grab that one as well. And there we go. Now, the reason we do this is we go back to the church, and there's a final one up here, but do not get it. Instead, grab it up here, bring it down, and bring it towards the church. And if you accidentally grab it too early, it'll do this. I did not grab that. I don't really know how it's supposed to happen. But what you do is you suck on it and you bring it into the church. Wait for the cooldown on the jet gun and bring it further. Get it somewhere where you want it to be. And then you're good to go. Even though I messed it up on this, I do a video of me doing it correctly, which I'll show in a second. But you'll go up to this generator and you'll activate it to start the final fight. It'll trap you in this room. And that will... you'll have to do 3 waves of enemies, each one having bosses, and you have to fight in this room, and they run super fast compared to default, and so it's just a tough fight. Now, I was going to have the laser beams for the final fight, and that's what you're going to want to do for the final round, but in this case, I'm going to have to do it without it. There's some final tips before we go to the last part of this, so just go to whatever round you need to go to in order to fully upgrade things. Those zombies were not level 13 or round 13 zombies. They were insane, and I could not even kill them with the weapons I had on the clips I was showing you here. But here's clips of me fighting it normally. Ray gun's amazing. If you get ray gun, it's not guaranteed, but the odds of winning go way up. And then also at the end, I have a clip here. You can see if you activate the superhero thing at the end's just insanely easy, as it should be, because you're literally invincible with laser beam eyes. So of course, but if you wait till wave 3 to do it, you're good to go. After you do all this, kind of spoiler here, but then what happens is the guy Thanos, whatever his name was, he talks to you. There's a cut scene. It knocks you on the ground. Like, it basically kills you, and then you get the choice to either continue or exit. And if you exit, obviously you're done. If you continue, it puts you back on the hotel roof at the start, and you keep on playing, and it gives you the ray gun if you don't already have it, and a bunch of Ethereum crystals and all these different things. And you can loot it real fast before the enemies start coming in, and then keep playing. But if you actually beat this fight, then you will get an achievement, and that's how you complete this mission, so to speak. So hopefully that helped you out, guys. This has been a guide for Liberty Falls Zombies and all of the primary Easter eggs. There are more Easter eggs than that for just little side things, but these were the ones that were the most relevant for actually beating it, and the ones that were required. Like, the superhero was not required, but I definitely would recommend it, for example. But yeah, hopefully it helped you out. I know it's a lot to take in. It's very confusing, but hopefully this video is able to help you out. Hopefully now you have a better idea of how to beat Liberty Falls Zombies in Black Ops 6.